Hey Pisces, we're gonna do something a little different. I'm only doing this for you, simply because when I was channeling for you, Pisces, I got so much information that it's partly my fault because I went down a rabbit hole, but I was supposed to, Pisces, and so just in case you want to click off in a second, I first just want to say that my main message, main messages are that you're in charge, for one, and whatever you are focused on at this time, you will accomplish it. I feel like that is maybe the most important part, is that you have to keep going. I'm going to get emotional, and I haven't even started yet. So I do feel like this is a little bit emotional. And I'm a Pisces as well. So I'm trying to separate myself from the notions within all of this, but it's difficult as a Pisces, I'm sure you know, to separate yourself from any emotions, right? Regardless of who they belong to. So that said, this video that you're watching right now, this is going to be a pure channeled message video, Pisces. I'm not going to pull any cards for you. I will do another video where I'm going to do a Celtic for you. It took me a while. I meant to put this video out sooner, like several days ago, actually, but it took me a while to kind of figure out what I was supposed to do. And I guess that's where I'll start. So I got all these messages, right, which I will give to you in a moment. But at the end of, like I said, this sort of rabbit hole that I went down, I kind of stopped and I was like, well, what am I supposed to do with that? Am I supposed to do a reading? Like, I got enough stuff coming in to just do a video on that. Like, it seems like a reading would be almost too much, and I feel overwhelmed. So I didn't really want to mix the two. So anyway, that was at nighttime, right? So I went to bed, and some of you might be familiar with these processes, so I apologize if I'm over explaining, but I want it to make sense to everyone. So I went to bed, like, basically, like what the hell am I supposed to do? And then I woke up, and I don't even think I had a thought in my head yet. And I heard, I'll explain that in a minute. I heard, we're gonna rock this motherfucker like 3 the hard way. Okay? And to me, that's a sample used by the Beastie Boys in their song called 3 the Hard Way. And it's a sample of LL Cool J, and I actually made you a playlist, Pisces, on my channel under playlists. It's the only one that exists right now of all the songs that came through for you, because I thought it might be interesting for some of you to listen to all of the songs in their entirety and not have to look them up. I'm going to link the playlist in the comments, okay? So anyway, so that's the message I got. And I immediately knew that it was supposed to be an answer to my question the night before, what the hell am I supposed to do? However, typical of how I often get messages, it didn't really make sense. And I've said this before in other videos, like, all of my life, people in the real world, as well as my guides, overestimate my intelligence, and I just kind of sometimes want to be like, talk to me like I'm stupid, because I am. and then I'll get pissed off at you for talking to me like I'm stupid, right? But okay. So knowing what I know about how I get messages, I was like, okay, well, what the hell does this mean? So I researched it, right? Well, first of all, the first message related to that I think definitely is for you, is that when I Googled 3 the hard way, what comes up first is people talking about craps, which, if you don't know, which some of you might not, it's a dice game. And so there were people saying it was about craps. And, well, the thing about that is that 3 the hard way is impossible in craps. So as soon as I like said that, I'm like, well, that's impossible because you only have 2 dice. So let me just explain craps to you really quick, I guess. So you can do 2 the hard way, but that's like the only way to do 2, right? I don't know. Whatever. Let's use a different example. You can do 6 the hard way, and 6 the hard way would be 2 3s. Okay, that's what that means. And 8 the hard way would be 2 4s. So you roll the 2 dice and you get a 4 and a 4, and that is 8 the hard way. You can't do 3 the hard way because there's no 1 1/2. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so immediately I'm like, it's not about craps. These people are wrong. It's not craps. So, but when I said that, like, that's impossible. You can't get 3 the hard way in dice with just 2 dice. You could do it with 3 dice. So the point is, Pisces, I feel like you, and this relates to all the other energies that I was picking up, which we'll get to in a minute as we go, you're going to have some patience with me. So if you aren't into hearing, all of my random channeling and me explaining, I completely understand, and you can click off, and hopefully you don't need the message. It's fine. So what was I saying? Oh, yes. So I feel, given everything else that I felt, that I heard, that I researched, I feel like you are achieving something or accomplishing something, Pisces, that is quote unquote impossible. Now, whether that's because it really is something that general, overall society believes is impossible, or others around you are telling you it's impossible, or maybe you even believe that it's impossible, or maybe it feels like it's impossible, right? Because I do feel this heavy burden, like exhaustion. That was actually the first thing I felt. But anyway, I'll get to that in 1 second. But whatever that is, Pisces, for you, it's emotional, first of all, for me. So it probably is for you too. But I feel like you are doing it. Okay? So, back to 3 the hard way. Now, what 3 the hard way actually refers to my knowledge, is basketball. And I used to play a little basketball, Pisces, even though I'm only 5'3". And it was just like street basketball, not a big deal. I never played like on a real team and with a bunch of white dudes, right? So, I could jump higher than some of them. So anyway, 3 the hard way in basketball, for those of you who don't understand basketball, and that's fine, but I want you to understand where I'm coming from, so I'll explain basketball as well. And this feels like, I feel so goofy doing this whole thing, Pisces, because it's like out of my realm. Well, it's not out of my realm, actually, like channeling, and I probably speak for a lot of tarot readers on YouTube when I say, and I mean, certainly not all of them, but for some of us, channeling is easier than reading the cards because we don't actually need the cards. Sometimes the cards can actually be a little confusing and throw me off, to be honest with you. So, and I've been channeling a lot longer than I've been reading cards. So, anyway, Point is, basketball. 3 the hard way in basketball refers to, I don't know if it has to be strictly a layup, but we'll just say you go for a layup, okay? You're the person with the ball, all right? And you go up to the basket, you get the 2-point basket, but somebody fouls you, which means like basically someone interferes with you making your shot, but you still make the shot, so you still get the 2 points. But because they fouled, there was a foul called, you now get to stand at the foul line and throw a foul shot. Okay, and to get 3 the hard way, you have to then make the foul shot. I feel like such an idiot saying all of this, but I feel like it's important because, and mainly because of the dynamics involved. Okay? So I feel like, Pisces, you were working towards some sort of goal, you're doing something, okay? I don't know what it's going to be for you specifically, but something that you were doing. It could have been your job. It could have been just a goal that you were working on, a relationship that you were in. I don't know. I feel like someone interfered unsuccessfully, and because of that, Pisces, you are now owed some karma. Good karma. And I feel like you are now getting an opportunity to throw your foul shot. Okay? And that it relates to another vision I had as well. But well, let's just finish the foul shot first. I'm seeing the vision. Anyway, I have to slow myself down because this is a lot. It's a lot, Pisces, and I'm sorry if it's too much for you. But I can't not tell it. I can't not relay this. So the thing about the foul shot, though, and most of you have probably seen this, it's like when you're shooting the foul shot, like I said, you're standing on the foul line, you're all by yourself, okay? And you're surrounded by, other players who are like, boxing you, waiting to get the rebound, whatever. And if you're in a basketball, in a stadium, there's the crowd, the spectators, everyone's looking at you. All eyes are on you, right? So there's like this pressure. If you can picture that, which you probably can because you're a Pisces. So just imagine yourself standing there at the foul line, right? And it's like, I mean, if you make it or you don't, after you've done it a lot, you've probably, whatever, 50-50, right? But beyond that, I feel like you're standing at the foul line, you're shooting your shot that you deserve, that you earned, because somebody else fucked up. So you are getting something, and everyone is going to see you get it. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. I feel distinctly that is what all of that was supposed to lead me to. The idea that something is owed to you karmically because of someone else's bullshit, right? And I'm sure if this is for you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I kept hearing that too. They'll know exactly what you're talking about. They'll know exactly what you're talking about. So if you don't, then maybe it's not for you. But, so I feel like you're shooting your shot, Pisces, and you're going to make it, and everyone's going to know, right? My cat wants to come. So, hey, bub. What else? Oh, yes. So, I guess we'll just come back to the vision, because I feel like it makes more sense after I talk about Shakira. Okay, so that's the first song on your playlist. It's Shakira, Ready for the Good Times. So when I first started meditating and trying to channel the messages and the energy that I needed for a reading that I thought was going to be a tarot reading, Pisces, I really didn't get anything except exhausted, pissed off, emotional. I felt like it was a distinct, noticeable change that I knew was, a result. Come here, buddy. I'm sorry, Pisces. Come here, bud. Bubby. Mosey. Come here, Moses. Mosey. You can come in. He's just crying at the door, but the door's like open. He can come in. Okay, buddy. Either come in or be quiet, okay? Sorry. I mean, I'm sure you'd probably like it better if he was here. He's very cute. Very lovable. Okay. Anyway, I assume you can hear him. He's not that far away. What was I saying? Shakira. Right. So I just felt tired. Come here. You want to come up here? I just felt tired and cranky and pissed off and just, you know, like stressed. And I mean, that's a message, I guess, but it, you know, it's not much. So to get out of that, and plus I channel better, often I channel better in water, because I am a Pisces, I am water. So I got in the shower. I was like, okay, getting out of this funk that I'm now in. And as soon as I put my head under the water, I heard Shakira. And in this song, oh, I'm already on it. The part I heard was, where is it at? Okay, the part I heard was, but here I am with 8 more lives. I'm ready for the good times. And then the chorus starts. But before that, because I looked up the lyrics later, obviously. And I think, oh my God, I might have to pause this and join the videos later, because he is just going crazy. And he is distracting me. So maybe that's something. I don't know. Maybe that's the interference, right? Maybe that's symbolic of this interference. Maybe somebody was just nagging and gossiping about you, or, you know, just hounding you. I'm not going to look that much more into it. I don't need anything extra, honestly. Okay, so the lyrics, though, I went up here and I feel like, I'll just read you the whole part. It says, you can look it up yourself, but I'll read it anyway. It says, I don't want to clear the cobwebs from my head. Time will bring them back, I bet. So if you hear me say that I believe in love, don't make me feel ashamed. I used to sing the saddest songs, and in the meantime, roaches used to climb my door, falling back down to the floor. I used to read survival guides when my world was full of 7-legged cats, but here I am with 8 more lives. Okay? So, what I get from that, Pisces, is some sort of indication of where you were that brought me into a state of being angry and exhausted and just feeling like shit, right? I feel like some of you are really down in the dumps. I mean, I don't know, I'm feeling like maybe potentially like homelessness even, you know, just like somewhere really shitty, or maybe your house was just shitty, right? And maybe you're moving. I'm moving, Pisces. So, but the point is, I feel like you're ready for the good times, right? You're ready for the good times. And I feel like with that, but here I am with 8 more lives, I feel like you are reinventing yourself. Buddy, you need to make a choice to either be quiet and go do something else, or come in. Come here. Okay. I feel like you're reinventing yourself, and it feels really good, right? Like you have a new vision for your life, it could be definitely a relationship. We'll get more to that in a few minutes. But I feel like the main focus here is on something that you are doing. I think the relationship stuff is kind of secondary. Either that, or it's like something you've got kind of like on the down low and that you're not really talking about for some reason. Possibly because you're so focused on something else. I don't know. Or maybe the whole thing's about love for you. You can probably discern that as we go along. Okay. So that's basically the whole message of this part. I think you're done. Like, you're ready to be done, right? You've been working really hard towards something, and you're ready to just be happy, right? And I really wish I'd brought my phone in here so that I could text my daughter to take care of this cat. Come here, buddy. Come here. Do you want to look at the camera? He just ran. So anyway, what was I going to say? I mean, what I could do. Okay. I think I'm basically done with that point. But then, okay, because in previous readings, shoot. It's not here anymore, Pisces. In previous readings for other signs, the songs that I got, I thought this was really cool. The songs I got were by artists or bands who had members in the band who were that sign, right? So like in Virgo's reading, I got a cusper, a Leo Virgo cusper, and then a Virgo. Got 2 songs for Virgo. I can't remember who they were, but it doesn't matter. So my first thought was, oh, I wonder if Shakira's a Pisces. Okay, so I looked it up. She's not. Her birthday is actually February 2nd of 1977. So I did think that was cool that it's 2277. That 2222 on the clock as I said that. That's crazy. Anyway, I think that could be significant to someone. So Shakira is an Aquarius, and following my gut, I felt guided to look up her chart because I don't know if she seems like an Aquarius. So I was like, well, maybe she's got a lot of Pisces in her chart or something, right? I was just curious. Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but it all comes together, okay? Trust me. So I look up her chart. Long story short, Aquarius only occurs once in her sun sign, so she is not really that heavy Aquarius. What she is heavy in is Aries and Capricorn, and I think that's basically it. So it's heavy cardinal fire and cardinal earth, and she has a Cancer moon. And as I was surveying her chart and looking this information up and feeling like a psychopath, like I'm wasting my time, I had a vision when I saw the Cancer moon in her chart. I had a vision of someone like putting the moon up on a shelf, which I thought was interesting. And what I got from that is that I feel like many of you, that's why I said that I think love might be sort of secondary or in the background or hidden at this time, because to me, Cancer, the moon, these are emotions, this is love, this is, you know, this is more like where Pisces lives, right, with the moon and emotions. And when I saw, like I said, when I saw it put up on the shelf, I was like, okay, well, one, that makes me feel like it's kind of like saving it for later type of energy, but more so when I thought about it, I feel like you are protecting, because to me, Cancer is protective. Cancer is mothering. Cancer is, you know, nurturing. So to have the moon in Cancer, I feel like would be a very kind of protected space. I don't know if this is making any sense, Pisces. But, and yes, so that's what I feel at this time, because I do feel like Cancer, a Chariot, I feel heavy Chariot energy in general for you, because I feel like that's where you're at right now, like crawling out of a pit or crawling up a mountain, which is the vision I saw. Okay, so that was like, I think the only water in her chart is Cancer Moon. And anyway, so I'm looking over her chart and I'm like, okay, well, that's interesting. She's mostly Capricorn and Aries energy, which are both cardinal, earth and fire. And I stopped while I'm doing this and I'm like feeling like a crazy person, right? I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And this is probably the coolest part for me. Immediately in my head, I got my mind set on you, which is George Harrison, and it's I got my mind set on you, right? So that's his song, and George Harrison is a Pisces, February 25th, and I know that because I'm very familiar with the Beatles. So I already know George Harrison is a Pisces when that comes into my mind, and the line was, I got my mind set on you. Now, what is Aquarius? It's fixed air. So if somebody had their mind set, it would be Aquarius energy. It makes sense to me, Pisces. And at that time, that's the only person it needed to make sense to. So that told me, first of all, George Harrison is a Pisces. Him talking to me tells me I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And the fact that it said, I got my mind set on you, told me, yes, you're supposed to be looking at her birth chart like a crazy person. So it actually was a good thing because I was kind of overlooking the Aquarius part and just looking at the cardinal energy and thinking about that, which I do think is important. But that's sort of secondary too to the fixed air, the fixed mindset. I feel like you've made your mind up about something, or you've fixed yourself on a goal or direction that you're headed in. And come here, let me pick you up like a baby. Come be a baby. Come be a baby. And I feel like you're like him. You are relentless, right? In your pursuit of something. Whatever that fixed air element is about you at this time, whatever you have your mind made up on, I feel like you're going for it with that Capricorn energy, right? And that Aries energy, to me, like I said, that is relentless. That is perseverance at its finest. When you combine those two energies, Capricorn is patient and steadfast and absolutely hardworking. Like, he is going to get it done. And Aries puts a little fire under your ass, right? And it's also relentless and it's steadfast in a different way. And when I was thinking about that, when I was combining all of these energies, oh my God, I thought he was going to lay down and be good, and now he's back to that. I don't know what the significance of this is. Maybe this is my layup, right? This is my layup, and this is the foul. This is the asshole fouling me. All right. And the Celtic cross is going to be my foul shot. I already kind of put this together in my head. I just didn't think there would actually be someone fouling me. Okay. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yes. So I was picturing in my head, you know, when I was thinking about all of this, I was picturing like a train, right? Like a train going down the track, like a bullet train. And then my guides corrected me and showed me this scene, Pisces, and I'm not going to get emotional, even though I've cried every time I've thought about it. So instead of a train, which I guess would be easier and smoother, it's more like, for most of you, climbing a mountain. So I saw this mountain, Pisces, and I saw you, a person, you, climbing it, okay? And when you get to the top, Pisces, is when I lost it, Because when you get to the top, in the vision that I had, the sun comes up. And to me, you know, as a reader, as an intuitive, and I'm sure you get it as well if you watch any tarot, the sun coming up, or just a person, you don't even have to know anything about anything, right? The sun coming up in itself is a universal metaphor. And that's why another reason why I go back to the 8 more lives thing. I feel like it's like a dawning of something for you that's really significant and emotional. And it's like you're getting to the top, which is a similar energy to what I felt. It's like actually a similar vision, climbing the mountain versus shooting the foul shot, right? You're like, I don't know, maybe it's just in my head. I guess I'd have to draw a picture for you. But it's like there's something, you know, on each side. There's pressure on each side, except in the mountain picture, the pressure is on you to stay centered. And on, well, you have the same pressure when you're throwing a shot too. But in the foul shot, the pressure is coming from the outside. So in a way, Pisces, I feel like you have pressure coming from the outside and the inside. But the bottom line is that you just have to stay focused. And you will get to the top of the mountain, the sun will come up, and you're going to make that foul shot. You're going to get that extra point, regardless of what led you to that foul line, regardless of what occurred, that person interfering. You're going to make it to that foul line, and you're going to make that shot, Pisces, and everyone's going to see it and know it. And more importantly, you are going to know it. And you are going to feel so good. Like, that's the thing. Because I can feel that. And that's why it's so emotional. It's like this exaltation. And I don't know what all of this is about. Like I said, but it doesn't really matter because the energy is the energy. And what's most important is that you keep your focus, your goal, your plan, whatever it is, whatever is important, right? Your compass fixed north. And you channel that cardinal leadership. Cardinal is leadership, okay? That cardinal earth, which is the grind, right? Capricorn. Work, 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 grind. And then that fire, which is, you know, the passion, the energy, the stamina. They're both stamina, but in different ways. So it's like this steady. You just keep it steady. I feel like 9 of Wands energy, Pisces, where it's like you're so close to whatever this is. So if you need to know that you're so close and that you're going to get there, know that. That's what's motivating me to do this video in the first place, because it's so important that you don't give up. Okay? All right. So moving along. Oh yes. Well, there you go. That's perfect. Yeah, that's exactly where we are. So that was the other thing. Speaking of that stamina and that grind, I noticed that when I was trying to download, to get something, to hear, to see. Whatever would come through, I don't control it. I noticed that not much was coming through when I would stay still. So traditionally, historically, I stay still. I meditate, I lay down wherever, and that is how I get whatever comes through. Well, it didn't work this time. So one, I feel like that might mean for you that if you do get stuck, if you hit a brick wall of some sort, or you feel like something's not working the way it's supposed to, you need to try something different. And I don't necessarily think it's going to require any more effort on your part. I just think it might just be to walk away and take a break, because that's exactly what happened every time, is that I was like, okay, well, and I just like, I guess maybe even like just relaxed a little bit, or just stepped away a little tiny bit, and then boom, it would come through. And there's also like the other side of that is movement, okay? Definitely clear. Movement. Something about movement. And I don't know how to explain that it makes sense with the energy, but it does. Aries. Think about an Aries, most of them are insane, right? They never stop moving. They're like the poster children for ADHD. So in Capricorn, while not usually hyper people, they are always working, right? They're always making moves. So there's something about movement, Pisces. Just to simplify it for you, some of you might literally need to get moving your physical body. Shakira, belly dancer, maybe you need to take up belly dancing, okay? And then with the basketball, with the Beastie Boys, LL Cool J. LL Cool J is a Capricorn, by the way. So more Capricorn. You might be involved with a Capricorn, I'm feeling. Or a fixed sign. I'll get to that in a minute. So, what was I saying? Oh, yes. So LL Cool J is a Capricorn. 3 the hard way, basketball. That's a sport, right? So we got belly dancing connection, basketball connection. What else? That might be it. But the fact that, like I said, as soon as I started moving physically, both times, I was walking away from, my quest to get information, or maybe water, swimming, Pisces, swimming. Because I was in the shower, right? So anyway, doesn't matter. Any kind of movement that resonates with you, anything that you like to do, I feel like might be important. Maybe you need to get some kind of exercise regimen in place. Maybe that's what this is about for some of you. Maybe that fixation is that goal of, whatever you're trying to achieve physically in your sport or in your workout. I don't know. But it's going to feel damn good when you get to it, because you are. Okay, so movement might be important. Also, on the flip side, I already mentioned you might actually be moving house, right? This could be part of your own reinvention of yourself, finding that new space, that better space, somewhere where you can breathe, somewhere where you can have those good times, okay? Right? All right. So let's move on. I already talked about that. Oh, yes, lyrics. Okay, so back to George Harrison, which I'm already here. I do feel I can't ignore this, and I got my mind set on you. He says it's going to take money, a whole lot of spending money, okay? It's going to take time, precious time. You can look this up. And then he says patience and time. To me, this resonates with Capricorn. Very much so. Money, time, patience. To me, that's Capricorn energy. They take the time, they get the money, they have the patience to do it, usually. Maybe not all of them. But, so for some of you, whatever this is, this fixation, I don't want to say that with a negative connotation because I don't think it is. But whatever it is, the goal that you have in mind, you might need to have patience, you might need to take the time, and it might require money, okay? And I just thought that was a side note that might resonate. I don't know. I think I forgot what I meant. Oh yes, in doing it right, okay? Doing it right. So, don't cut corners, don't be impatient, do it right, okay? I also feel, and this is just basically the final note that I have, as I thought I was finished, I thought that was the wrap, that I had enough, I understood the message, right? The message that you've been grinding, I feel, for quite some time. You're probably exhausted. You're probably ready to quit. You're probably ready to just have things be happy and harmonious. And maybe you are in a relationship and you want to be able to celebrate that. And you can't because you're so focused on whatever, right? So I thought that was the whole message. But as I decided that, and once again started to walk away, I heard yellow card. It's a band, and the song is called Only One. Okay? And the part I heard was, here I go, scream my lungs out, try to get to you, you are my only one. I let go, there's just no one that gets me like you do. Okay, and you can listen to that, it's in your playlist. I feel distinctly that this could be someone else's energy. I feel like it could be yours as well. But my gut said this is someone else. Like, you think this is the scene that I feel is like needs to be set. Okay? I feel like you're reinventing yourself, Pisces. I feel like you might actually be with someone new, someone good, or you're heading in that direction, or you've just made up your mind that that is what you are seeking. And I feel like you're ready to go, you're on your way out the door, you are ready for the good times. And I get the distinct feeling that there's somebody in the background, probably an ex, right? Or some sort of missed opportunity, someone you have some kind of something, I want to say water under the bridge for some reason. I don't know. And I feel like this person is in this energy of like, okay, here I go. I'm going to scream my lungs out, do whatever it takes to get to you. And I feel like, just to make a long story short, that I don't necessarily think you care that much. I do think that you let go of this person. It's in the lyrics. He says, so let me go and you will find someone. And I feel like that's exactly what has happened. I feel like you've let this person go. But I feel like they might be coming back to kind of beg and plead. And you can do with that what you will. Maybe this will come out in the Celtic. Maybe we'll talk about love a little bit more. But ultimately, Pisces, you are in charge. Whatever you want, you can have. If you want this person back, you can have them. If you don't, then it's up to you to shut it down. That is distinctly what I feel is the situation here. And my gut, you never have to listen to me. It's always up to you. You always have free will to do what you want and make your choices. My gut tells me to walk away, that there's better out there than anything in the past. I do feel like this is a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new life. And I feel like you got something better, or you will, okay? You will have. It's so close, Pisces. That is what I think. Anything else? Oh, George Harrison's birthday is 2/25/43, in case you're interested in that. I did look up the Beastie Boys. They are all fixed signs. Happy birthday to MCA, Adam Yauch, who, rest his soul, is now gone, but it is actually his birthday today. He was a Leo. Ad Rock is a Scorpio. Mike D is also a Scorpio. So I thought those might be significant. I already told you about LL Cool J, who I thought I had to mention because the Beastie Boys did sample his freestyle that's actually in between two songs, so that's interesting, isn't it? And here we go. You need to stop, buddy. You're actually making me angry at this point. Oh yes, and then we have Yellow Card, which was the other song. This is another reason why I say fixed, because Scorpio is fixed, Leo is fixed, Aquarius, Shakira, is fixed energy. And all of the members, just about, of Yellow Card are fixed. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius again, and this person, oh my god, it's insane how crazy he is. Oh, Libra and a Sagittarius. So, I don't know. That might have something of value. I looked it up, so I thought I would share it. But yeah, I did find that interesting that the only artist that came up was George Harrison, and I feel like he really only came up mostly to confirm for me my own reservations about whether or not I was on the right track. So basically, Pisces, I feel like you are channeling a different energy. I feel like you're channeling leadership, cardinal energy. I feel like you are, like I said, in charge of whatever is going on here in your life. And I mean, and we can do that. We are Pisces. We're the shapeshifters of the zodiac. We can embody any energy that we want with relative ease. You just have to tap into the right energy for the task at hand, and I feel like you're doing that. And more than anything, I feel like the only reason I'm here right now is to just encourage you to not stop, to not give up. You can't give up, Pisces, and you can do what you want, but I feel, my opinion is that you can't go back to anything before the present, because I just don't think you're the same. I feel like you are new. I feel like this is your new life. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. I think that's about all I have for you, Pisces. If you did make it to this point, I'll reiterate this in the Celtic Cross reading as well. I would appreciate it if you liked the video. I would appreciate it if you subscribed. I am contemplating making this a Pisces only channel. I am only going to do readings for videos, for sign videos that perform the best. So I'm going to be cherry picking, and I'm redesigning my life, Pisces. I'm reinventing my life, just like you. And I should have more time to devote to this channel. I'm really just feeling it out still. Haven't had it that long. And I mean, I'm really just having fun. But, so help me help you, Pisces, if you want me to make this a Pisces only channel, especially if you've made it this far. Like, subscribe, etc., etc. I'll put this at the beginning of your Celtic as well, so that other Pisces who only watch that can get it. So I think that's a wrap for now, Pisces. I hope this helps some of you, one of you. I don't really care. Like I said, I'm really just having fun. Hopefully I see you in the Celtic, and if not, I will see you next time.